In the ever-evolving world of operating systems, where trends shift quickly and flashy new distributions appear every year, there is one Linux distro that has quietly stayed true to its roots while continuously refining the user experience. And that distro is PCLinuxOS. In 2025, PCLinuxOS stands as a powerful reminder that Linux does not need to be complicated, bloated, or intimidating to be professional, stable, and incredibly capable. This is a Linux operating system that feels confident in what it is, offering a polished desktop, a rolling release model, and a focus on usability that appeals equally to beginners taking their first steps into Linux and experts who want a reliable, no-nonsense daily driver. PCLinuxOS began its journey many years ago, and while it may not generate the same headlines as Ubuntu or Fedora, its loyal community and consistent development have allowed it to mature into one of the most refined, desktop-focused Linux distributions available today. The philosophy behind PCLinuxOS has always been clear: deliver a complete, ready-to-use Linux experience right after installation. In 2025, that philosophy is stronger than ever. When you install PCLinuxOS, you are not greeted with a half-finished system that requires hours of configuration. Instead, you get a fully functional desktop environment with multimedia support, productivity tools, system utilities, and a visual polish that rivals commercial operating systems. One of the first things users notice when booting into PCLinuxOS is just how smooth and responsive it feels. The developers have always prioritized performance and stability, and this is immediately apparent whether you are running it on a modern high-end machine or older hardware that struggles with heavier distributions. In 2025, PCLinuxOS continues to be remarkably efficient, making it an excellent choice for users who want speed without sacrificing functionality. Applications launch quickly, system updates are painless, and the desktop remains responsive, even under heavy workloads. The default desktop environment in PCLinuxOS has traditionally been KDE Plasma, and in 2025, this choice still makes perfect sense. KDE Plasma has evolved into one of the most customizable and visually appealing desktop environments in the Linux ecosystem, and PCLinuxOS integrates it beautifully. Out of the box, the desktop feels familiar to users coming from Windows, with a taskbar, application menu, system tray, and intuitive window management. At the same time, power users can dive deep into Plasma settings to customize every aspect of the interface, from themes and animations to workflows and shortcuts. What makes the KDE experience on PCLinuxOS particularly special is how well it is tuned. The developers take great care to ensure that KDE feels stable and coherent, avoiding experimental features that could disrupt the user experience. In 2025, KDE Plasma on PCLinuxOS feels mature, refined, and reliable, offering a balance between visual flair and practical usability. This is a desktop that can look modern and elegant while remaining rock-solid for long work sessions. Beyond KDE, PCLinuxOS also offers other desktop flavors, catering to users who prefer lighter environments or different workflows. Whether someone prefers XFCE for its simplicity and speed, or a more traditional desktop layout, PCLinuxOS provides options without overwhelming the user. This flexibility is part of what makes the distro appealing to both beginners and seasoned Linux enthusiasts. Beginners can stick with the default setup and enjoy a smooth experience, while experts can tailor the system to match their exact preferences. Another defining feature of PCLinuxOS in 2025 is its rolling release model. Unlike fixed-release distributions that require major version upgrades every few years, PCLinuxOS continuously updates its software. This means users always have access to the latest stable versions of applications, drivers, and system components without the need for disruptive upgrades. For many users, this is a major advantage. You install PCLinuxOS once, keep it updated regularly, and it evolves with you over time. Rolling releases can sometimes be intimidating, especially for beginners who fear instability, but PCLinuxOS approaches this model with caution and discipline. Updates are thoroughly tested before being released to users, and the system is designed to remain stable even as software evolves. In 2025, this approach has proven itself time and time again, making PCLinuxOS one of the most beginner-friendly rolling release distributions available. Users get modern software without the headaches often associated with bleeding-edge systems. Package management is another area where PCLinuxOS shines. The distribution uses the app-to-package management system, familiar to anyone who has used Debian-based distros. This makes installing, updating, and removing software straightforward and efficient. On top of that, PCLinuxOS includes a powerful graphical package manager that allows users to browse software categories, read descriptions, and manage updates without ever touching the command line. For beginners, this is incredibly empowering, while experts still have full access to terminal-based tools if they prefer that level of control. In 2025, software availability on PCLinuxOS is excellent. The repositories are well-maintained and include a wide range of applications, from web browsers and office suites to development tools and multimedia software. Popular applications like Firefox, LibreOffice, GIMP, and VLC are readily available and optimized for the system. Multimedia support, which has historically been a pain point for some Linux distributions, is handled exceptionally well in PCLinuxOS. Many codecs and drivers are included or easily installable, allowing users to play music, watch videos, and work with media files right after installation. Hardware support is another area where PCLinuxOS continues to impress. In 2025, Linux hardware compatibility is better than ever, and PCLinuxOS takes full advantage of this progress. Whether you are using modern GPUs, wireless adapters, or peripherals, the system does an excellent job of detecting and configuring hardware automatically. This plug-and-play experience is crucial for beginners who may not be comfortable troubleshooting drivers, and it also saves time for advanced users who just want their system to work. The installer in PCLinuxOS deserves special mention because it reflects the distro's commitment to usability. The installation process is guided, clear, and surprisingly friendly, even for users who have never installed Linux before. Disk partitioning, user creation, and system configuration are explained in simple terms, and sensible defaults are provided throughout. In 2025, installing PCLinuxOS is no longer a technical hurdle, but a smooth introduction to the Linux world. Security is an increasingly important topic in 2025, and PCLinuxOS approaches it with a practical mindset. Linux is already known for its strong security model, and PCLinuxOS builds on that foundation by providing regular updates and a well-maintained repository. While it does not overwhelm users with complex security tools by default, it offers everything needed to maintain a secure system. Firewalls, user permissions, and system updates are easy to manage, making it suitable for both home users and professionals who care about data protection. One of the most underrated strengths of PCLinuxOS is its community. While it may not be as large as those surrounding mainstream distributions, it is active, welcoming, and incredibly knowledgeable. Forums, documentation, and community guides provide valuable support for users at all skill levels. In 2025, this sense of community remains one of the distro's greatest assets. New users can ask questions without fear of being dismissed, and experienced users often go out of their way to help others learn and grow. For beginners, PCLinuxOS offers a gentle learning curve. The system does not demand that users immediately understand Linux internals or memorize terminal commands. Instead, it allows them to become comfortable with the desktop, explore applications, and gradually learn more about the system at their own pace. Over time, many users find themselves naturally becoming more confident and curious, discovering the power and flexibility that Linux offers beneath the surface. For experts, PCLinuxOS provides a stable yet flexible platform that can be customized extensively. The rolling release model ensures access to up-to-date tools, while the underlying system remains predictable and well-structured. Developers, system administrators, and power users can rely on PCLinuxOS for serious work, knowing that it will not get in their way. The balance between simplicity and control is one of the reasons why many long-time Linux users continue to choose PCLinuxOS as their daily operating system. In terms of aesthetics, PCLinuxOS has aged gracefully. The visual design in 2025 is clean, modern, and professional without trying too hard to be trendy. Themes, icons, and fonts are carefully selected to create a cohesive look that feels polished and comfortable for long-term use. This attention to detail may seem minor, but it plays a significant role in making the system enjoyable to use every day. Another important aspect of PCLinuxOS is its independence. Unlike many distributions that are heavily influenced by corporate interests or major upstream projects, PCLinuxOS maintains its own identity and development path. This independence allows the developers to make decisions based on what is best for users rather than external pressures. In 2025, this results in a distro that feels focused, consistent, and refreshingly free from unnecessary experimentation. As we look at the broader Linux landscape in 2025, PCLinuxOS occupies a unique and valuable position. It is not trying to reinvent Linux or chase every new trend. Instead, it refines what already works and presents it in a way that is accessible, reliable, and genuinely enjoyable. For users tired of constant changes and breaking updates, PCLinuxOS offers a sense of stability and trust that is increasingly rare. For those coming from Windows or Mac OS, PCLinuxOS provides a smooth transition. Familiar desktop layouts, intuitive system tools, and excellent hardware support help reduce the friction often associated with switching operating systems. At the same time, it introduces users to the freedom and flexibility that Linux is known for, opening the door to customization, open-source software, and greater control over their computing environment. In professional settings, PCLinuxOS can serve as a dependable workstation OS. Its stability, performance, and software availability make it suitable for office work, content creation, programming, and more. In 2025, with remote work and digital productivity more important than ever, having a reliable operating system that stays out of your way is a huge advantage, and PCLinuxOS delivers exactly that. Education is another area where PCLinuxOS shines. Its ease of use and comprehensive out-of-the-box setup make it an excellent choice for students and educational institutions looking for a free open-source alternative to proprietary systems. Students can focus on learning and creativity rather than struggling with system configuration, while educators benefit from a stable platform that supports a wide range of applications. Ultimately, discovering PCLinuxOS in 2025 is about rediscovering what Linux can be at its best. It is a reminder that an operating system does not need to be complicated to be powerful, and it does not need to be flashy to be modern. PCLinuxOS succeeds by focusing on fundamentals, respecting users' time, and delivering a consistently high-quality experience. Whether you are a complete beginner curious about Linux for the first time, a long-time user searching for a dependable daily driver, or an expert who values stability and control, PCLinuxOS has something to offer. In a world of constant change and endless options, it stands as a quiet, confident choice that continues to prove its worth year after year. In 2025, PCLinuxOS is not just relevant. It is a testament to the enduring power of thoughtful, user-focused Linux design.